Hello, it's Wednesday. It's the day I was supposed to pick up groceries but didn't yet. So we're doing a pop up, 20 minutes ish. Oh, but I gotta move this. Sorry, we're not on a boat. And I'm just gonna work on the sock for 20 minutes. But I'm just about ready to go ahead and do heel flap. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Elizabeth, you're not working. Good for you. Hey, Dawn. And Carrie, look at you guys. I was wondering because I'm a little earlier how this was going to look. But I was already here on a Zoom meeting for retreat stuff. I still don't really know very much. But I did have a meeting. So that was something, right? Nikki is frogging back a lace section on the lightweight hipster. You are a rock star. I am not a fan of frogging lace. Do you have a lifeline? You probably have a lifeline because you're smarter than me. Carrie said, was watching your cotton video when the notification popped up. I've already started filming the next one. Jessica said, hi, working from home and listening in. J.D. Salette said, darn, getting my nails done. We'll have to catch this later. Sherry said, hey, haven't seen you in a while, Sherry. Hope everybody is having a great and glorious day. We're finally getting sunshine today. So it's been like a whole week of darkness. Not really. It's not that bad. Elizabeth said, you just offered me a break from training videos about muscular ortho dysfunction and massage. Oh my goodness. Thanks, Danielle. This is my Heim that is hand spun, hand dyed on the top, the yoke, and then the rest is commercial. Jerup said, woo, this is early. Good morning, textile aficionados. What is it there, midnight-ish? It's 11:22 a.m. here. Hello. Cheryl's dicing peppers. I love it. Carrie, if it's sunny here, it's coming your way. We're going to close the pool today. We were going to over the weekend, but it just rained and was cold and miserable. And then someone is going on a WALK after this. So he's pretty excited. He's already got his coat on and everything. Nikki said, nope, just pulled the needles out and going to pick up the garter. Okay, the garter, good. And then unravel. Got it. Sherry said, I'll be more than happy to send you some of our 90 plus degree sunshine, and I will take it. I would take it. I'm cold all the time already. Victoria said, just noticed while knitting second sleeve that I messed up on the first and we'll have to reknit it. Always something fun to do around here. You were going to knit anyway, Victoria, right? It's okay. I just restarted a sweater 3 times. I changed my pattern 3 times. I was going to make raspberry tart, and then I looked at people's pictures on Ravelry of their finished projects, and I was like, that's not going to look good on me at all. So I switched to, I can't remember, some other one, and then I thought, okay, no, don't want that one either, so now I'm on Berlin Soft. But now I'm down to armpits already, so probably it's going to happen. I don't think I'm going to start over again. Jerup said it's 1:25 a.m. tomorrow there. Sherry, thanks, Sherry. Sherry said that sweater is beautiful. I do love it. This is probably one of my most favorite hand-knitted sweaters that I own right now. Carrie said that is true. Can you turn on a fan or something and point it east? I'm sorry. Yes. I'm going to do it right as soon as we're done. Yes, I will. Why not? Hey, Deb. Elizabeth said I have to spell I almost said it. WALK too, and food and pizza and chicken and peanut butter. It's only, I have to spell GO. because it freaks him out. He either gets like super anxious that I'm gonna leave, or he gets super excited that he's gonna get to Geo for an RIDE. But when I put his coat on, he was like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited!" I could tell. So, hey Shaylee and Wendy. Wendy's watching from work too. I like it. So it's Wednesday. What's everybody up to in the middle of this week? Are we glad that the week's almost half over? Ooh, I'm knitting my hair into the sock. Hey Stephanie. Stephanie said, "Hey everyone, happy I could make it." We actually, I don't want to jinx it, but guys, we are looking at a dog. We will not be for sure doing anything till we get back from Rhinebeck, but I would say there's a possibility. Uh-oh. Holly said, "Morning, just dropped the kid at school and sat down to spin, and bam, there you are." Here I am, Holly. Yep, I had a meeting right before this about a retreat meeting, so I thought, well, shoot, I'm right in front of my laptop with the camera all hooked up and everything. Might as well just go for it, right? Victoria said, "I love knitting." See, that's what I'm saying. So Cheryl said, "We'll be teaching a knitting class later on today." Is this an ongoing thing, a beginner knitting? What's the topic, Cheryl? That's awesome. Catherine said, "Just work mainly." Oh, my husband is taking me out to a new seafood place tonight for my birthday. Is it your birthday, Catherine? Today? Carrie said, "Isn't there an old wives' tale or an old tradition about knitting your hair into something you're making for someone else?" I don't know. Does it like make them fall in love with you or something? It should. That's love. Am I right? Sherry just finished a Corriedale Angora spin. How's that? Rico, hey! Catherine said, "Knitting baby stuff for my nanny who is expecting." Oh, how sweet. Oh, beginner knitter. Okay, Cheryl's teaching a beginning class. Well, good luck. Is this your first one? Deb said, "The end of the month, I always need some extra days, so wishing half the week wasn't gone already." Yeah. Except the weekend's coming, Deb, and you know what that means. Well, happy birthday, Catherine. That's so awesome. Holly said, "You to bomb Trish. You have helped in my fiber and spinning journey, so a big thank you from BC." I'm so glad. I'm so glad if I could help. Not everybody thinks I'm a help today. Good morning, Mama. Lori said, "Perfect timing for a live. It's my lunch hour and I'm working a sock heel." Yay, I'm about to hit a sock, a heel flap too. CC Girl said, "Going to learn knitting on Thursday with a group. I learned crochet first." That's awesome. Sherry said it was softer than she thought it was going to be, the Corriedale Angora blend. That's so cool. I would have wondered how that was going to be. Misty said, "I don't know about the tradition, but I always get my hair in my knitting. Just unavoidable with long hair." My hair is everywhere. I have to clean my vacuum off like monthly because it just wraps around. Hey, Jasmine. She said, "I finally made it to a live." Oh, Cheryl said, "First group of people, but not the first time you've ever taught the class." Rico said, "Gotta finish my partner's shawl. I said I would make 2 winters ago." Look at you. Rico, we've all done that. Has everybody done that here? I feel like we've all done it. Jerup said, "I knit a pair of socks from a kit I bought nearly 2 decades ago, down to the wire to get them finished in a weekend, and the step binding is crochet the edge. I don't crochet and don't want to learn." Do a different kind of bind off. That's fine. It's fine. Do your thing. My brain is full right now. I get it. Stephanie said, Trisha, I'm watching all your weaving videos because I'm getting my first loom tomorrow. Congratulations. So excited. I was wondering if you have any ideas on weaving with 2 heddles on a rigid heddle loom. I've only done it once, and it was to double weave, like double thickness. And I mean, I think it's great. It's great. I would get the little heddle holder that holds 2 heddles, though, if I were you. I do think that was very helpful. Elizabeth said, yes, Rico, been there too, see? CC Girl said, took me 3 years to finish a twin blanket. Heather said, yes, all the time. We've all done it. You're in great company, Rico. If we do say so ourselves. Elizabeth said, Stephanie, that's exciting. Getting your first loom is very exciting. But I would say I probably wouldn't do a 2 heddle weave like for your first one. Get comfortable with one and then get in there. Just do a couple simple things so you feel comfortable with like the warping process and all that, and then jump up. Catherine said, totally, I still have a throw for my sister's couch half done 4 years ago. See? Sherry said, the person that gave it to me is gathering some more so that I will have enough to make something with it. That's awesome. The Angora or both? Deb said, still combing all that alpaca, wondering if I could mix the waste short bits left on the combs into a bat or something. I don't want to make any more dryer balls. Has anyone ever done that? A lot of people do that, Deb. A lot of people save it. The only reason I don't usually is because I choose combing more often for stuff that has a lot of like VM in it, and that usually gets caught in those little bits. But it doesn't mean that you can't use it. You can totally use it. Drup said they will get a rib, but enthusiasm has waned, so maybe next winter. There you go. I broke the credit card and bought an e-spinner from Ashford. Awesome. Sally's knitting rosettes. I love it. What are they for, Sally? CC Girl said, I loved my Cricut sampler, then moved into a 4 heddle Leclerc. Awesome. I mean, I like my 4 shaft Harrisville loom. I've had a heck of a time, guys. I ordered a sectional warp beam, and then they had to wait for it to come in, which was fine. I don't mind waiting. I've always got other stuff going. And then I got the wrong kind. I got the kind with a friction brake, and I have the Ratchet and Paul system. So I sent them an email. I was like, hey, you guys sent me the wrong one. Because first I thought maybe I ordered the wrong one, but I didn't. So, but now I'm starting to think it'd be better for me to just convert my loom. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it's been kind of frustrating. Sherry said, the Angora, I have plenty of the Corriedale because of the overcalculation that I did for the Tour de Fleece. Was it overcalculation, or was it just prepping for the future? Stephanie said, I got the 28-inch knitter's loom, wanted to get one that I could grow into, if that makes sense. I think it makes a lot of sense. My first rigid heddle was the 32-inch because I saw myself maybe growing out of a smaller loom quickly, if that makes sense. Like, you can only make so many scarves, and with sections of material that are, once they have the draw in, maybe 12 to 14 inches, there's only so much you can do, so I knew I'd want to be able to do more. Rico said, hey, can you install a cable brake on a loom with 2-inch diameter beams? I made a peg brake setup that I don't love. I don't know, Rico. Probably. Jasmine said, waste fiber makes great little floor mats and coasters. Like felted, Jasmine, or maybe that's what you mean. Stephanie said, thank you. Elizabeth said, how involved would it be to convert your loom? I don't know. I did write them back because I had seen the kit on the website, and I was like, is this an option for me to just convert my loom? So I don't really know how involved it is yet. I assume John can do it. If there's a kit for it, he can do it. Hey Abir, I was literally thinking about you yesterday packing and wondering, sorry, how you're doing. Someone that went down the wrong pipe. Sally said, don't know about the rosettes. I just needed to do some mindless knitting. Abir said, I just sat down to drink water. I'm packing and just realized how much yarn and fiber I purchased. I'm curious if that happens every year when you're visiting. Hey, Candy. Hello, Tracy. Well, Elizabeth said, John can do it. He can do anything. He will try. He's awful busy, you know? He's got the rest of this month and then hopefully all of October off from his second job, his side business. And so I don't want to add too much work stuff either, you know? Stephanie said, I absolutely love your Christmas towels that you made. They were so cute. I've been waiting to warp my loom with that same pattern because I love it so much. I want to do those again. They were so much fun to weave. It's just festive. Candy said, mindless knitting is always good to have around to do. I always have one. Here it is. Stephanie said, where do you guys get weaving patterns? I have no idea where to look. So Stephanie, I don't know about everybody, but I do get Handwoven Magazine. And then I also, I go on Pinterest and you can like put in search terms for however many shafts you have on your loom and stuff like that. And patterns will come up. And a lot of times they're from handweaving.net. So I do have a membership there. I can't remember how much that costs per year. It wasn't crazy. And so it'll have like the draft number on those Pinterest things a lot of times, and you can just look them up on handweaving.net. So I pull patterns from there all the time. Beer said this happens every year, but I'm always surprised. Jasmine said, I'm sure it's great, deleted too, but processing the waste yarn into neppy bats and spinning it, probably felted, that was supposed to be, spinning it makes for interesting yarn. I feel like it knits up sturdy and felts up nice over time with wear and tear. Okay, that just gave me a great idea. Thanks, Jasmine. I gotta write it down. Sherry said, oh no, it was definite overcalculation, like 10 pounds worth. Oh, wow. She said, I hadn't received my first Paradise Fiber box, and I had no idea as a newbie spinner just how much 1 ounce of fiber was. Sorry, I gotta write that down or I will definitely forget. I finally have paper right next to me though. Jerup said, my knee injury says no wheel spinnings. So your e-spinner will be awesome. And I'm getting tired and sore hands with the drop spindle. I spin with my feet up, rolling the spindle across my thigh and draw the fiber horizontally. So kind of like the Navajo spindle. Is that right? No? E-spinner is sounding like heaven. Rico said there is an ad right now for a $100 table loom converted to a floor loom with a warping board, but of course I have no monies. I'm going to set up a hibiscus tea stand. There you go. Gosh, $100 is such a deal. In fact, Stephanie, if you have Pinterest, I do have a board. So you could follow me, and I'm not trying to do, like, I don't make money off that, but you could follow and get a whole bunch of patterns coming up right away. I don't know if we have the same taste. So, Carrie said, to draw up, e-spinners are great when your body isn't cooperating. Carrie, do you have more than one? Jasmine said, e-spinner has been a lifesaver. I deal with joint issues and fatigue. It lets me go for quite a bit without pain. I still haven't sent out my Hanson and I have to, and I don't want it to go away. It's kind of silly. I need it to get fixed. Candy said when I was new, I didn't know 3 pounds of raw fleece was going to be a small garbage bag full. Yeah. I guess it depends on the type of fleece, but still. Stephanie said, wonderful, Trish. I will definitely look at your boards. Rico said, same. I bought 3 pounds of cotton would be spun. Oh, I thought 3 pounds of cotton would be spun within a week. Oh my goodness. Carrie said, nope, just one, so I'm assuming others would be as great as mine. I think they're good. Okay, Abir said, Trish, I know you're extremely busy, but if you can add this information in a future video, I would really appreciate it. How to warp using pre-wound warp, as well as explaining this ends per inch business. After we talked about it, Abir, I did think about talking about the ends per inch business thing, because I agree that I don't think it's intentionally deceiving, but I think it can be confusing. I have not. You're talking about on a rigid heddle loom, right? Or are you talking about on a floor loom using a pre-wound warp? I've never thought about that, but I could do it. Okay, good ideas. Gotta write this down. Feels like I've seen someone do it, but I have to think who it might have been too. All right. Because when you buy it, it's not the right word to say it's deceiving, but I can't think of the right. It's almost like misleading. Misty said, I've been looking at e-spinners too. I like the portability. Because, sometimes I want to go spin somewhere, and this is gonna out me as a lazy person, but like my match list can be kind of heavy and bulky to like get in the car, get out of the car, come into a store or to a friend's house through the doors and all that stuff. And I'm clumsy, so I feel like I'm always bumping into things. And if I just put my e-spinner in a backpack, I can take it anywhere. So that portability part is really nice for me, but you don't have to have one. Jerup said, that sounds great, Carrie and Jasmine. I'm going to look at a drum carder soon, though, because I know I won't be able to process enough fiber on hand cards. Hello, Saga. Thank you. This is my favorite. And John has one that also has a hand spun. No, his whole sweater is hand spun, and it's the same sweater. Abir said, I only understand Trish speak. We speak the same language. We do. You wouldn't still be here if that wasn't the truth. CC Girl said, how much does 100 grams of roving make using a drop spindle? I'm looking at Etsy and hubby is asking me if it's going to be a project. So it depends on what you're getting and what project you want to do, but 100 grams for me is plenty for a pair of socks or a hat or a pair of mittens. It's not enough for a scarf for me. I'm sure everybody else can chime in on that. Nikki said, I'm getting the EEW Nano. That's exciting. Jerup said, yes, Trish, the sort of Navajo. So similar. It's just what I found I could manage. Perfect. Hey, Katie. Tyra said, good morning. I just saw that you were live. It makes me smile. Hi. She said, you look great, Trish, and beautiful sweater. My hair is actually not great today, but thank you. I don't know why I felt the need to say that. Something I'm trying to work on. It was cold this morning, so wool. Hey, Mel. Stephanie said, I love my e-spinner. Of course, I don't have anything else. Well, there you go. Saga said, no dead battery. That's true. But I think I showed you guys once. Can I reach it? Hang on. I carry in my backpack with my Hanson this little power pack, And I literally have never had it. Yes, I'm still live, Catherine. I've never had it run out of power while I was spinning, and you can plug it in normally right on this. I think it was like $70. It's probably $150 now with inflation, the way it is. But um, it's so, and you can jumpstart your car from this. Candy said, I like the portability too, and I can spin in bed. I've never done that, but maybe I should. A beer said, Nano comes out in October for normal sale. Might grab one. Does sound kind of handy, doesn't it? Cheryl said, I did a pound for Tour de Fleece, working on 2 pounds of Shetland, spinning with a drop spindle. Cheryl, you are amazing. I know many people who are used to drop spindling can spin almost as fast as on a wheel. Elizabeth said, Candy, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Eileen. She said, I just spotted you are live. Carrie said, Candy, I can't believe I haven't thought. I've literally never sat in bed spinning, I don't think. But when I spin, like when we're camping and stuff, sometimes I do it in a like in a camping chair, you know, just relaxing in a chaise lounge. Katie asked if I spun Seacell. I have a couple of times. It has acted very similar to bamboo for me. Eileen says should be doing admin, but you are much more fun. We only have a few more minutes, so it's like a nice little break, right? A beer said, hey, Carrie, didn't know you were here. Candy said, I got the Nano 2 upgrade for the new Flyer. See, I don't know that. Stephanie said, what is that battery pack? It's from Amazon, and it's called Halo Bolt. It says wireless. I don't know what... You have to use wires for everything, so I don't know. Elizabeth said, I got a battery pack for my e-spinner, but it isn't quite as heavy duty as yours, and I've had great results with it as well. I mean, they used to be so expensive, but it is much easier to get a nice compact battery now than it used to be. Carrie said, I've been quieter than usual working. Yes, we're all at work with Carrie right now. Not just Carrie either. Deb's probably working. Jurup said, yes, love a good power pack. I have one that charges from a solar panel. Great for camping. I really should look for one of those. Hey, Mary. Mary said, good morning. I just caught you. Been busy trying to get a garage, yard, and garden things all buttoned up before the fall cold damp sets in and slows me down, so I'll be ready for winter. We're not even trying to do that. Candy said, I have 3 little battery charger pack thingies to run my e-spinner, and one runs a long time. I also have a small, just like portable battery that has a different cord or different plug, and it works a long time. Beer's going back to packing. Love to all. I'll be on the other side of the world on the Sunday live. See you later. Have a fantastic week. You too, and safe travels. That's what I was thinking about your trip. Like, just be safe. I hope it goes really smoothly. Eileen said, exactly. Have a cup of tea, bit of chocolate, Lisa's North Ronaldsy, and my drop spindle. What a nice break. That sounds perfect. Misty said, I was looking at the EEW6, want something I can ply on bigger bobbins. Rico said, why is there no electric drop spindle or wand? I feel like there is. Like one of those spinny lights. I think there is something like that, Rico. Let me think where I've seen it. Heather said, I have a Nano that I keep in my RV and use at the lake. Nice. She said, I love the compact size. Carrie said, have fun. And that sounds lovely. Eileen's break sounds lovely. Nikki said, hubby just made me a coffee. Aw, how sweet. Yeah, Deb says, looks like the Halo Bolt is $109. I'm telling you, when we bought it, it was like $70. Not a joke. And it wasn't like prime day either. It's gotten crazy out there. Candy said, just try to tape some wool onto the bottom of one of those spinny lights. There you go. Hold on to the handle and let it rip. Drew said, Candy, I spent a considerable amount of time on bed rest. The idea of being able to spin in bed is making me smile. Oh. Well, you're going to be able to, Drew. Mary said, only 87 days till Christmas. Mary! Not ready. Abir said, thanks, Trish. It takes about, 24 for me to travel home. It's going to be fun. How exhausting. It is so much more exhausting traveling than just existing for 24 hours, just like staying awake for 24 hours. I can't imagine. Jasmine said, have you ever tried designing your own pattern, Trish? If so, how did you find the experience? I have, no, not really. I have designed some things for like personal knit, but I have never tried to do a pattern. Okay, so this probably will surprise no one, but already putting as much as I do out in public of what I am making and stuff gives me a lot of feedback from people who want to like tell me how I should do it, tell me what I did wrong, ask questions I already answered. And I feel like if you put patterns out and you're a designer, you have to deal with a lot of that. And I don't think I have it in me to do more. Does that make sense? It's, probably just not for me. Also, I really enjoy it, but I don't really want to do all the stuff to like make it smaller, make it bigger, all that. So it just seems like a hard job. Deb said you can get a pink halo bolt for $73. What? Why do I have a black one? Stephanie said, Misty, I love my EEW6. You will love it. Candy says, no Christmas talk. Carrie said, I'm not making anyone anything for Christmas. I don't think I will this year either. I thought I might give each one of our kids like a hand-woven dish towel with their cash, because they all get cash right now. And that'll be it. But then I can just make one big string of dish towels, cut them up. Saga said, my husband made me an e-spinner for Christmas, one Christmas. It's taken some fiddling, but it works well. That's what I'll do. I'll take out the one that John made me while my Hanson's getting fixed. I didn't even think about it. I'm going to do that. Thank you, Saga, for bringing that up, because I didn't even think about it. Carrie said I made Dan a Christmas hat to wear, and that will be all. You've already done it, though, right? That's the reindeer hat. Candy said, I love having my bigger 6-wheel, too, so I can get more on a single bobbin. Eileen said, I agree, Candy, no Christmas talk, no need to get everyone else stressed out. And Mary said, that's my incentive, to button up snowblower, tune-up, and garage organization so I can tuck everything away. Stephanie said, Trish totally makes sense. I do appreciate it. Carrie said, I do appreciate that somebody can understand what I'm saying. And Carrie said, Trish, it's just like you tell us about fiber processing. Just do the parts you love. I do think it's good to try all the parts, if that makes sense. But if you find out it's not for you, it's okay. Jasmine said, OMG, yes, I was wondering how much anxiety it could cause because I feel the same way. It seems really overwhelming. To me, it seems like I don't really mean this in the way it's going to come out, but you know how they say, no matter how idiot-proof I make something, and believe me, I'm not calling people idiots. I really don't mean it that way. It's just a phrase, but then they build a better idiot. I feel like no matter how clear you make things, you're going to get questions where you're just like, Nikki said, I'm a designer. It's not an easy job writing patterns. It sounds hard. Candy said, makes perfect sense. I see comments on other channels all the time and I think, wow, really? Free content and you're complaining? Mary said, I live alone, haven't had a holiday or birthday in so many years. I forgot, but it's a landmark day for all. Yeah, I do get that. Carrie said, yes, the reindeer hat. Tracy said, please thumbs up. If you please do, you guys. I wish I could get to the point where I remember that. Eileen said, I'm completely with you on the designing, Trish. Too many calculations and dealing with questions. And you have to test all. Do they test all the sizes? It seems like you would have to. Elizabeth said that hat. The hat is very funny. Rico said winter gift to self, wall spinning wheel, and also a Rube Goldberg machine. Doable? Why not? I kind of feel like you can do anything, Rico. You're like Bill Nye. Melanie said, I took my mom to the yarn store yesterday so she could pick yarn for her birthday present. She's really sensitive to a bunch of animal fibers. Did she find something that she liked? Jerup said you will have to try all the parts. You do have to try all the parts to know what you love. And sometimes you have to try more than once because the first time can go kind of, not that smoothly. Crystal's down to cuffs and buttons. Rita said, warping her loom. Look at you, Rita. Candy said, my mom was taught that you need to make your instructions to where a 5-year-old can understand them. Ugh. Hey, Patty. She said, thanks for all your help. Of course, you're welcome. Carrie said, I have a couple patterns, but they are toys, so only one size. There you go. Thanks, Mel. Doesn't it fit him so nicely? I feel like that style, that shape of a sweater is just made for him. Stephanie wants to see the hat. Nikki said, yep, to all sizes, and grading is not easy. I mean, I love test knitting too. So I think that's probably, I'll design stuff for me and I'll test knit, and that's probably going to be what, my limit. Eileen said other people can do test knits for you, but then you have to handle all the test knitters too. So because I've done the test knits, that is actually a little piece of it as well. I've done quite a few, and it seems like there's a lot of wrangling that goes into that part. Nikki, do you find that? Carrie said, I'm not well known enough to get any negative attention. Well, if you keep your business growing like it is, you're going to be. Is that a good thing? Then can you be thankful for the negative attention? Maybe I'll start telling myself that. Mel said, yes, a cotton cashmere blend. Nice. Oh, I bet that is really nice. So the cashmere doesn't bother her then. I mean, it's a different type of animal, right? Carrie said to Stephanie, it may be too offensive to post on the group. I guess you can put one of those little things on it if you want. Nikki said, I have never had complaints regarding patterns, but my patterns hold the knitter's hand. Oh, Rico, bless you. Rico said, I love how you explain things you know so much. I definitely have my own style. It's true. Mel said, yes, it fits in perfect. I'm afraid to show it to Adam. It looks so nice on him. I actually picked a different pattern with the same shape to do after I finished my sweater. So Patty said, what sweater are you wearing? It is the Heim. And it's got the silk Gotland that a Paradise box had like years ago that I dyed and spun in the yoke, but the rest is commercial. Lana said, I'm playing catch up. I finished spinning October 2021 fibers and spinning Seussville. Jerup said, a painting teacher I knew always said, never judge your journey by the first steps. Yeah. So yeah, do all the bits a few times. We were literally talking about this the other day. So I might as well tell you guys now. I found a space to move my dyeing stuff to so that I can dye a lot more frequently without having to like get everything out, put everything away. And it is, my neighbors own a business that's like 2.5 miles away, and they had space in their building, so I'm renting some space from them. And I'm going to be moving in on Saturday. I'm super, super duper excited. There's like water. It's going to take a little while to get set up, but luckily I have a couple dozen braids to throw in the shop this weekend. But anyway, she paints. My neighbor paints. And she went to art school, and she hasn't had time to do the kind of art that she wants to do lately. And she said, I keep looking at what I'm making and like not being happy with it. And I'm like, Tracy, you have to make all these mistakes to get to the point where you are happy with it. So it's like, it's all part of your learning journey. And so it's okay if you toss it, but don't say it was a failure and don't, you know what I mean? And she was like, I literally never thought about it that way. So maybe she'll come paint with me. I don't know. But thanks. Yeah, I'm super excited. I've been looking, um, but I don't need retail because I'm not going to have a shop, like a brick and mortar shop. So I was trying to find something like warehouse-ish so it would be cheaper. Frankly, I have to be smart with my pennies. So it was really a big, fun thing. So we'll be moving on Saturday. I'm excited. And there will also be a shop drop on Sunday morning. Just telling you now. So thank you. Thanks, you guys. It is exciting. And I'm going to be able to carry more breeds in the shop, which will be nice. I want to, but I haven't really had space for it. So it'll be a good thing. It's a good amount of space. And it's so close. Only 2.5 miles away is like, I can get there for any reason quickly if I need to. If I just need to pick something up, it's going to be really nice. So Drew said, that's great, Trish. Dedicated space is gold. Tell your friend the only wasted paint is that which goes off in the tube. That is some profound stuff. I'm going to tell her. Crystal said, next you'll be looking at heat cabinets. Maybe. You never know. Right now, induction burners. Elizabeth said, thank you for always doing a shop update right after payday. I'm here for you, Elizabeth. She said it enables my fiber addiction so well. I didn't realize, but Lana said, I'm excited for you. Eileen said you could cycle there. I could, and I will. But I can take Luther too, which is kind of a nice thing. So, like he's allowed to be there. So I may walk sometimes and then have, I don't know if I want to do the full 5 miles, but I may walk. John can always pick me up, those kinds of things. So it's really nice. Mel said it will be nice to have a little work and life separation. It will for the dying. Doing it in your kitchen, you have to take everything out, use it, and then put it all away before you want to cook a meal. And so those parts take up a lot of the time. You know what I mean? Mary said, I do have an Alaska hat on my needles beside my chair, halfway complete. It's slow, but even 1 or 2 pattern repeats every few days is progress. Exactly. Buttoning up garage, less winter. Yeah, that's true. Crystal said, all I got to say about the heat cabinets is buy used. Well, if I'm going to, I will. Eileen said you could have a basket on your bike. Luther could be your ET. I could totally do that. I don't have that kind of bike right now. I have like an old school 10-speed with the rolled handlebars, but I mean, I could. Victoria said you might look into buying a proofer. Oh, I think that's what she means, Victoria. So, I will actually look at that. Do you have any recommendation? Can you maybe like email me a link or something to one, Victoria? I'd love to look at one. Candy said, oh yeah, the burners would be a nice investment. I was thinking the same, within walking distance on a nice day, and awesome that Luther can go too. They are the nicest people. They're our next door neighbors. They're really awesome. They have a dog they take everywhere, and he gets along with Luther too. So like if they cross paths, it's all good. So Carrie said, that's what I was just thinking. You can have your tools out and easy to access. And I would be sharing the space with another dyer who I imagine you guys will get to meet sometime. So that will help with the cost. Oh, Deb said, OMG, a Vespa with a Luther basket. But then it won't get the exercise. Like, it's a really pretty walk. There's a lot of nature on the way. So, no, Stephanie, I won't walk in the cold weather. I just can't. My bones get cold. Because then I'm starting to see all of my flubs as exercises for betterment. I see mistakes, then I put them on the... Exactly, Rico, 100%. Elizabeth said, what are heat cabinets for? It's like you can put the pans in a bunch at a time. We did look at a speed what do you call it? Speed rack, like in a restaurant for moving a bunch of them at a time. But again, I'm just gonna have to um, basically just financially do one thing at a time and work it up into a better system as I go. You know? Carrie says, Deb, I immediately went to the Spaceballs character. Vespa, you mean? Oh, Candy said I'll be doing the whole pre-winter crap soon too, but this greenhouse away, picnic tables, yes. It makes me sad. I don't want to do it. Crystal said proof for heat cabinet. Yeah, they are the same thing. Yes, Kelly, I'm sorry. We are almost done. Elizabeth, it's kind of, you can, well, if it's what I'm thinking of, you can put a whole rack inside it. Like you can actually wheel a speed rack into it. Yes. No, Eileen, you're right. She said, haha, you need to walk faster, Trish, or buy warmer clothes. Just bring, just being your movement enabler. You know what? I have been working out a lot. My favorite is Fitness Marshall on YouTube. If you have never watched his videos, go check him out. And we did a big walk. I think it was Friday, and we're going to do. Ooh, I said it, and we're going to go do one after this. I don't think so either. Carrie said, yep, Vespa. I don't think she would carry Lou. I don't think so. Candy said, we have an old stainless hospital warming cabinet. Ooh, I think you're right. Yes, huge. Bye. I've got to go too, guys. I did not plan on staying this long. But, oh, Eileen knows Fitness Marshall. I love him. I have a playlist on my personal YouTube that I use all the time for Fitness Marshall workouts. Mary's getting chickens. Look at you. That's fun. All right, someone who's already, come on, got his code on is going for a WALK. I promise as soon as he knows where he's going, he'll get all excited. So I will see you guys. Andy said, any chance you'll do yarn? I've decided I like other people making my yarn. Do you mean hand spun or hand woven? Look at him. We will. Not hand woven, hand spun or hand dyed. You sleeping? Oh, Rita's got her warp done. He was cold this morning. He is. He goes into a coma. Candy said the W word or the O word. Yep. The O word isn't a bad one here. Are you ready to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? Want to? We'll go for a walk? Okay, let's go. All right. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Bye.